world where shadows linger just beyond the edges of the everyday, one podcast dares to open the cabinet of the unknown. The Shadow Frequency invites you into a realm of cryptids, conspiracies, hauntings, and mysteries that refuse to stay buried. Each episode, host Matt Wilson and producer Juniper Ravenwood sift through the eerie files of the unexplained, uncovering chilling encounters, listener stories, and whispers from the dark. Step closer, if you dare, and tune in to the Shadow Frequency.
Okay, this file cabinet is louder than usual tonight. Hang on. Huh, what in the world is this?
What did you pull out this time, Juniper?
It's a strange little circle of flattened grass. Wait, there's dirt stuck to it and it smells like a wet hay field. Almost looks like a crop circle, but portable?
A portable crop circle? That's a new one.
Yeah, it's like someone just cut it right out of the ground and tucked it away in here. Creepy. Oh well, back it goes. Aha! Here it is. Tonight's episode folder, episode 206, Tully's Temporal Footprints.
Perfect. We're heading back to 1966 Australia, where something left behind more than just a mystery. It may have left a timestamp.
You mean those saucer nests might not just be UFO landing sites, but some kind of interdimensional marker?
Exactly. And tonight, we're digging into the story. The witnesses, the wild theories that might just change how you look at a simple circle of flattened grass.
This is going to be a good one.
All right, let's get into it.
You're tuned to the Shadow Frequency, where the veil between the living and the unknown grows thin. Strange whispers, hidden truths, and things best left in the dark await. Hosted by Matt Wilson. Produced by Juniper Ravenwood, featuring Chris Beach. Let's step in to the shadows.
Beneath the star-strewn skies of Queensland, where the reeds whisper secrets to the wind, something unnatural stirred in 1966. A farmer stumbled upon a circle, not carved by human hands, but woven with eerie precision. A spiral of flattened reeds, silent and still, as if time itself held its breath. Were these the scars of travelers not from distant stars, but from the folds of time itself? Welcome to the Shadow Frequency, episode 206, where we unravel the enigma of Tully's temporal pads. Matt, what's lurking in the shadows tonight?
Oh, Juniper, you got my skin crawling already. Those circles sound like they're hiding something that doesn't quite belong in our world.
You're right.
Or our wind. Let's dive into this one and see what's waiting.
I'm already hooked. Take us there, Matt.
Thanks, Juniper, for digging into the file cabinet and pulling out this eerie gem. Tonight, we're opening a case that feels like it's been sealed in a vault outside of time itself. The Tully saucer nests of 1966. Picture this, January 19th, 1966, Horseshoe Lagoon, Tully, Queensland. Farmer George Pedley is out in his tractor, the summer heat heavy, the air thick with the hum of cicadas. Then he hears it, a high-pitched hiss, like air escaping from some unseen machine. He looks up, expecting a plane or maybe a storm brewing. Instead, he sees a gray saucer-shaped object, about 25 feet across, rising from the lagoon's reeds. It spins, wobbles, then shoots upward, vanishing into the sky without a sound. Pedley, shaken, drives to the lagoon's edge. What he finds stops him cold. In the shallow water, a perfect circle of reeds, 30 feet wide, flattened in a clockwise spiral. Not broken or trampled, but woven, like some unseen force pressed them down with surgical care. The water around it is still, unnaturally calm. No debris, no footprints, no tire tracks, just this pristine, spiraling mark. And it wasn't alone. Over the coming weeks, more circles appeared nearby, some smaller, some counterclockwise, all with that same eerie precision. Witnesses reported strange sensations, a heavy silence blanketing the area, birds falling quiet, dogs whimpering as if sensing something wrong. One local swore his watch stopped dead at the edge of a nest, only to tick again when he stepped away. Here's where it gets stranger. These weren't random crop circles like we might imagine today. The Tully nest suggests something more deliberate, a purpose. What if these weren't signals meant for us, but markers, temporal landing pads, left by crafts slipping through the fabric of time? That spiral pattern? It could be the residue of a rotational field anchoring a craft to a precise moment in space-time. The silence, the disoriented animals, the stopped watches, all hints of a localized temporal warp, a bubble where our reality bent under the strain of something phasing in or out. Imagine it, a craft, not from another planet, but another when, touching down just long enough to leave its chronometric scorch mark. Each nest a stamp, proof it's synchronized with our timeline. The clusters of circles suggest repeat visits, as if Tully was a waypoint, a cosmic coordinate pre-programmed for return. Why Tully? Why 1966? We'll dig deeper, but the shadows are thick around this one, and they're only getting darker. Juniper, these nests feel like they're staring back at us, like they know something we don't. What's running through your mind?
Matt, I'm picturing those reeds spiraling in silence, and it's giving me chills. It's like the lagoon itself is holding a secret it won't whisper.
Right.
What's next?
Well, let's take a breath before we plunge deeper. Over to you, Juniper.
Well, folks, that's a lot to sit with. Temporal landing pads in the Australian outback. It's like time itself left a footprint in those reeds. What do you listeners think? Are those circles proof of time travelers touching down or something else entirely? We're diving deeper in a moment, but first let's hear from our friend Chris Beach.
Cheers, Juniper. If the shadows have drawn you in, stay a while. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, or wherever you tune in to your favorite podcasts. Dive deeper at shadowfrequencypodcast.com. There, you can explore our complete episode archive, check out our Shadow blog for deeper dives into each case, snag some exclusive merch, or even help support the show by buying us a coffee. And here's something fun. Leave us a voicemail on the site and tell us where in the world you're listening from. You just might hear yourself on the next episode. Take it away, Juniper.
Thanks a lot, Chris. All right, it's time to ignite that spectral cosmic message materializer. Switches flipped, dials glowing, and oh, there's a faint hum in the void. The cryptic note is flickering through the ether.
Message retrieved from the void.
All right, let's pluck it from the static and crack it open to hear what our listener has to say. Here's a message from Robert in Louisiana. He says, "Hey, Matt and Juniper. I usually catch the shadow frequency on Pandora during my late-night drives home from work. And then sometimes I listen to more episodes on Podbean the next morning while I'm getting coffee going. Just wanted to say I really enjoy the show, especially the cryptid episodes. The way you both dig into the lore and witness accounts makes it feel like I'm right there in the woods or the swamp with you. Honey Eye and Swamp Monster, Rougarou, love it all. Thanks for keeping the shadows interesting. See you in 'em." Robert from Louisiana. Robert, you're out there driving through the night with us in the shadows. That's the spirit. Those swamp cryptids are some of my favorites too. Nothing like a Rougarou to keep you checking the rearview mirror. Keep those messages coming, folks, at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. All right, Matt, take us back to Tully's Mysteries.
Welcome back to the Shadow Frequency, where we're knee-deep in the Tully saucer nests. Say that 3 times fast. Those eerie spirals that might just be the footprints of time travelers. Let's dive deeper into the lagoon's shadows. After George Pedley's sighting in 1966, the Tully nest became a phenomenon. More circles appeared over the years, some as late as the 1970s. Always in that same area, always with that uncanny precision. Locals reported more than just odd patterns. They felt watched. One farmer claimed he saw faint lights hovering over a nest at dusk. Not bright like a UFO, but flickering, like a candle struggling to stay lit. Another witness, a teenager at the time, said she felt unstuck, like her thoughts were skipping, as she stood near a nest. Her friends laughed it off, but she never went back to the lagoon. What if these circles were more than physical marks? The spiral patterns might be the visual echo of a temporal engine's field, a vortex stabilizing a craft as it phases into our reality. The repeat visit suggests Tully was a fixed point, a temporal anchor. Maybe the crafts weren't exploring space, but time, using Horseshoe Lagoon as a reliable entry point. The chrono residue, those strange silences, the disoriented animals, the sense of missing time, could be the fallout of reality bending under the weight of their arrival. But let's pause for a moment of clarity in the fog. Could there be a less fantastical explanation? Some researchers have suggested whirlwinds or natural gas releases could flatten reeds in circular patterns. The hissing sound Pedley heard might have been methane escaping the lagoon, ignited briefly to create the illusion of a craft. It's a theory, grounded, but it doesn't explain the woven spirals, the stopped watches, or the lights that flickered years later. Still, it's something to chew on as we wade deeper into the unknown. Back to the shadows. What if these nests were deliberate, not messages for us, but markers for them, whoever or whenever they are? Each circle a confirmation. We were here, we'll be back. The clustering of nests over the years hints at a pattern, a schedule. Were they testing our timeline, mapping it, or something stranger? The lagoon keeps its secrets, but the spirals feel alive, like they're waiting for the next arrival. And that thought, listeners, is what keeps me up at night. Juniper, those nests are like scars on time itself, daring us to guess who left them. What's got you spooked?
Matt, I'm stuck on that teenager feeling unstuck.
Yeah.
It's like the nest pulled her halfway out of reality, but that whirlwind idea?
Yeah.
Could it really be that simple?
Maybe, maybe not. Let's wrap this up, Juniper.
Well, listeners, we've wandered through the spiraling shadows of Tully's temporal pads, where reeds whisper of craft slipping through time itself. What do you think? Are these circles stamps of time travelers or something we've yet to understand? Thanks for joining us on this eerie journey. Drop us your thoughts at shadowpodcast@approachonmail.com. You can also check out our website for more episodes, shadowfrequencypodcast.com. Plus, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Rumble. Join us next time for another dive into the unknown. Matt, you want to say goodnight?
Night, listeners. Watch the shadows. They might be watching back.
Good night, everyone. Stay curious and stay in the frequency.
This episode was produced with a commitment to exploring the unexplained while grounding our discussion in documented discoveries. All interpretations are speculative and intended for entertainment purposes.